Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on 3D objects. 3D objects are solid structures. In simple terms, these objects have length, width and depth. 3D objects are all around us in the real world. Some of the more common 3D objects and examples in the real world are as follows. One of the most popular 3D objects is the cube. It's a three-dimensional structure where the height, the width and the depth are all the same. In the real world, the sugar cube is a very good approximation of a cube. So too is the Rubik's cube and also the dice that we use in many games. We have the square or rectangular prism, and there's the shape of it there. Many timbers are in the shape of a rectangular prism in the real world. Also furniture items, for example like this one here, that could be an item where you can sit on it, or it possibly could be a bed. So they're in the shape of a rectangular prism, and also a tissue box. Sometimes this side here is a square, which would make it a square prism. Other times it's a rectangle, and that would make it a rectangular prism. The triangular prism, there it is there, quite straightforward. That's in the shape of a triangle. That's why they call it a triangular prism. In real life, this little block of cheese here, they're very common. Many tents that we have are also examples of triangular prism. The next 3D object is a cylinder. Now these are very common in real life, so there's a great approximation here. Some paint tins, a candle and a drinking glass. All great approximations of cylinders. A cone is also a 3D object, and these cones here are used on the road a lot where there's work going on for safety reasons. They're great approximations of cones, and also the famous ice cream cone. Okay, so they're just two examples of cones in the real world. The sphere, that's like a ball, and in real life you've got this soccer ball here, or it's actually a basketball I think, but it's used in sport anyway. I think it's actually a basketball. So there's a great example here, and here's a perfect example here, the snooker balls. See all the different coloured snooker balls on a snooker table. And you can also have pool balls too. Now the hemisphere is actually half a sphere, so it's a sphere which is cut in half. And in real life, here are some lights, for example. They're very common. They must shine the light beautifully and give you a good spread of light. So that's a great example of a hemisphere. And also bowls. You can see many bowls which approximate the shape of a hemisphere.